Welcome to Leaving Cert Plus, lesson 1.7, and this is solving simultaneous equations, the linear ones. These are the ones without the squares. That's coming later in lesson 1.11. So a simultaneous equation has two equations in each question. Usually they have x and y. You have to find both variables. The main step is to eliminate one of the variables. Now I'm going to show you how to do that in 5 different examples. You're going to do the third one yourself. So let's get cracking. So in this first question, your job is to find a number that goes in for x and a number that goes in for y to make the top equation equal 9 and the bottom equation equal -2. How we're going to do it is by eliminating one variable. In this particular question, I'm going to eliminate the y variable. How I will do that is I will try and make the y variable the same number except a different sign on top and bottom. So in this question, I'm going to multiply the bottom line by 2. And what's going to happen here is we will have 3x plus 2y equals 9 on top, but on the bottom we'll have 2x minus 2y equals -4. And what you'll notice is that the y variable is now the top is a plus 2y and the bottom is a minus 2y. So when I go to add these two rows together, the y's will eliminate, which is exactly what I set out to do. If I add the other two rows together, we will have 5x equals 5, so x is 1. When you get an answer for one of the variables, the next step is to take either of the two rows from the original question, and you then have to sub back in the 1 into either one of them. I'm going to take the top row just because there's more pluses in it. So 3x plus 2y equals 9. And what I do is I put the 1 back in here. So 3 times 1 plus 2y equals my 9. 3 plus 2y equals 9. And then if I take 3 from both sides, I'll get 6. And my final answer is y is 3. And we are done. Let's try another example straight away. In this question, it's slightly more difficult. I want to eliminate the y variable again. So I'm going to multiply the top line by 2 and the bottom line by 3. And again, think ahead of what's going to happen here. This will leave the y variables as being plus 6 on top and minus 6 on the bottom. So it's 14x plus my 6y equals 20. On the bottom, 15x minus 6y equals 9. And then we go and we add the rows together. You can see that the y variables are already going to go. So I have 29x equals 29 and x is 1. I'm taking the top row again. So it's 7x plus 3y equals 10. And what I'm going to do is put the 1 back in instead of the x. So 7 by 1 plus 3y equals 10. 7 plus 3y equals 10. Take 7 from both sides and that leaves you with 3. So y is 1 and we are done. We've completed the question. Example number 3 is all yours. Concentrate on eliminating the y variable. Pause the video, come back to me in a moment. So how did we do? I'm sure what most of you did is you decided to multiply the top row by 2 and the bottom row by 5. And what should happen then is we should have the y variable disappearing. So let's do it. 2 by 13 is 26, that's the top row. And the bottom then is 5x plus 10y and 25. So let's see how it went. Y's gone. 17x equals 51. And luckily for us, 51 divided by 17 is 3. If you take the bottom row, x plus 2y equals 5, and sub your 3 back in here, you'll have 3 plus 2y equals 5. 2y equals 2 and y is 1. I hope that went well for you. But we're going to see some example questions now. In 2023, question 3, this question is exactly the same as the other ones, but you'll notice the top row just doesn't look right. So what we're going to do as I'm taking down the question is I'm just going to take 1 from both sides just to make it look a little more user-friendly. The bottom row is staying exactly as it is. Sorry, that was a minus on top. So now to eliminate the y variable, I'm going to multiply the top row by 4. So this is going to leave it with 4x minus 4y equals -4. And on the bottom row, 2x plus 4y equals 19. So the y variable has gone. So it's 6x equals 15. And then even though it doesn't go in evenly, that's okay. 15 divided by 6, 2.5 or 5 over 2. Now we're going to sub that back in. I'm going to use the bottom row this time just because it has more pluses in it. So it's 2x plus 4y equals 19. I'm going to put the 2.5 in here instead of the 2. So 2 by 2.5 plus my 4y equals my 19. So it's 5 plus 4y equals 19. Take the 5 from both sides, you get 14. And again, not going in evenly, but that's okay. It's 3.5 or 7 over 2. and that was 2023, 10 marks that year for that question. So finally, our last question of the day is 2022 question 2, and again we have simultaneous equations. You'll notice this one's slightly different, is that the y variable, which we've been cancelling every time, has got 2 plus signs, which means when we go to multiply, we're going to try and get them to become 10s, of course, so multiply the top by 5, but we are going to have to multiply the bottom row by minus 2, because we want it to be a plus on top and maybe a minus on the bottom. So let's go with it then. We have 15x plus my 10y equals my 5, and the bottom row then minus 14x minus 10y, and then it's plus 4. So y variable is gone. We're ending up with x equals 9. I'm going to take the top row, not that it really matters in this question because they're both have majority pluses. So 3 is going to multiply by 9 plus my 2y equals my 1. I have 27 plus 2y equals 1. Take 27 both sides, get minus 26, and y equals minus 13, and we are done. 15 marks that year for that question, so it just shows how important it is that you can do a simultaneous equation. I hope you've enjoyed the lesson on simultaneous equations. These are quite important. They come up every second year. If you want to then try the harder ones, this is in lesson 1.11. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.
If you like this video, you'll love our notes. You can get some for free in the link in the description of this video.